Hey, it's Woody. I'm here in the Capital One broadcast room with Billie Eilish here at Alter Ego this year. A little bit different. Welcome.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, the whole experience so far has been a very different experience from surely anything any of us remember in our lifetimes. But as an artist, I guess I'll just start with, so what's the, obviously meeting and seeing fans, obviously it's got to be the energy you get from the audience has changed. But you've been doing some virtual stuff. What do you miss the most?
Sheesh. I mean, it's really like the energy you get in a room full of like 40,000 kids is really like nothing else in the world. I can't even describe it. I mean, it's been great to be able to do a couple virtual shows, live streams, or whatever. You know, I did this like big live stream like a month ago that was really fun, and it was live, and like I knew they were watching, so it felt like a connection. But it was crazy though at the rehearsals, because I was like, this is the first time I haven't had an audience's energy to bring, you know, the best out of me. So I had to
feed
like
on it.
Yeah, I had to like bring it out of myself. It was weird.
Yeah, comedians, they rely on laughs.
Yeah.
Artists, I'm sure they rely on that feedback.
Yep. People
singing all your songs. Yeah, it's definitely got to be a strange difference. But I mean, it gave you some time, I'm sure, that you haven't had for a while.
Oh yeah.
I mean, going back to, 16, 17, 18, now you're 19 years old. I mean, this whole whirlwind for you has just been nonstop.
Yes.
So to have a little downtime's got to be pretty nice.
It's been nice to an extent, for sure. I mean, the first, like, I've said it a million times, the first, like, month of quarantine, I was like, yes.
I think everybody was.
I'll get a little time off, and then I'll go right back to my life in a month. Oh, boy, were we wrong.
Yeah.
But, it has, like, as much as quarantine has been terrible, and so many people's lives are completely changed, and I'm lucky in the life that I have, but it's weird for all of us, and it's been trippy and odd. And I will say though that it did give me a lot of time that I absolutely would not have had otherwise, to create, to think, to like reflect on myself, and like I made a bunch of music. Ton of music that I would not have made without this time. So I'm grateful, and I'm also, wish it hadn't been this way, but whatever.
But outside of music, outside of writing and doing that kind of stuff, do you have any discoveries? I mean, a lot of people have been streaming, a lot of people have been trying things, taking online classes or whatnot. Did you get into any of that stuff, or develop a hobby outside of music that you just didn't have time for? You don't feel pressured like there's some kind of answer, because I really didn't.
I really didn't do shit. I really was like I was like cooking and stuff, making some soup.
I heard you like to bake.
I like to bake. I love making cookies.
Is that like your happy place?
Yeah. I mean, my mom is like the best cook in the world, and so I feel like a loser compared to her, but she's been teaching me some new recipes. I'm like trying to beg her to like teach me all of her classics because they're so good.
Right.
But yeah, I like love baking cookies. I have this like one soup that I make, this like noodle soup that's like the most delicious.
Like,
it's
like
so
a chicken
spicy.
noodle?
It's delicious.
Spicy. So it's more like a tortilla soup?
Girl, I don't know. Tortillas. It's just a soup. I don't know the difference. It's like a spicy, like, I don't know. What the hell would you call it? Tofu noodle soup?
Tofu noodle soup.
Sure. Yeah, it's very good.
Let's talk about the baking, because clearly that's what I'm into. Baked goods.
Clearly.
No, I mean, like, people find those things, and they find, like, for whatever reason, like, it's therapeutic in a way. Some people cut their grass and they find that to be therapeutic. Sure. Yeah. So I mean, just because you're able to focus on the baking and not think about other stuff?
I wouldn't say I have like a connection to it like that. I just like food, so I like to eat it. So I like to make it to eat it. But I don't know. I don't really know what I've been feeling like that with. I think like just lots of like nothing. Like I got a new vacuum, and I'm like excited about the vacuum. Like
that's adulting kind of stuff.
Adult things. I've been getting a lot of like adult things going on, and it's making me happy. I got like a vacuum. I got some new rugs, and I got some like dish towels and rags, and like it's exciting. I got some new plates. Like that's what I've been excited about.
Yeah, you definitely get to that point. I mean, as you get older, you'll see the more stuff that you thought was totally boring becomes more exciting.
Yep.
And the stuff that was super exciting becomes more lame and boring.
Yeah. I'm already right there, but yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Because when people are so successful, as young as you are, I've read some stuff where you talk about missing out on some of the childhood stuff.
Sure.
And I relate to that a little bit. I was in boarding schools throughout high school. I didn't have like a normal high school experience. So no prom, no things like that. But I wasn't like a super successful celebrity musician either. So the existence is a little bit different. I mean, but what kind of stuff are you looking to experience before it's quote too late? Not that it's ever too late, but like while you're still young and not married, no kids, or before the rest of the adulting stuff happens.
Yeah. Jeez, I mean, the stuff that I feel like that I would answer you with, I feel like it already is too late. And it's okay. It's just
like
more
what?
like going, I don't know, going on like my first trip alone, like to New York alone, and nobody knows who I am on the plane. Right. And like I get there and I have to figure out where I want to go, and then I got to go on the bus or the subway or something, like, and be unknown and whatever. Like that can't really ever happen, which is totally fine. And I'm like picking my battles, obviously, and I'm fine to not have that, to have what I get to do, which is amazing. Or it's like prom or like a young love, or like a little high school relationship. I don't know. There's like a lot of little things that I do have a feeling of kind of sadness about not having experienced at all, but I'm good though. I love my life. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I would say, when's the first time that you have you had the moment where you're sitting there and the lights are out and you're trying to fall asleep and you're like, dude, what is happening?
Yes. A lot of times. And the thing is, like, it's funny because I used to think about this all the time when I was growing up and like a fan of artists. I'd be like, do they think about how they're that person and like they're that iconic, whatever? And the thing is that I think about it all the time, but it's asshole shit to be like, guys, I'm Billie Eilish. Like, that, right. Fuck that. Fuck you if you're saying that. Sorry for saying that. But you know what?
We have technology. We can handle all that stuff.
But if any, like, you don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear a celebrity be like, how crazy is it that I'm me? That's fucking so annoying.
But I'm saying, like, just on a personal level, when you're sitting there going like, how did this happen? Like, I can't believe that, I'm the lottery winner. I'm now the president.
No,
it's
my
nuts. God. I'm Billie Eilish.
And you got to think about the luck that goes into it, and just like the rareness of it. And it is true. Like, it seems like everybody that's famous wanted to be famous and did all these things to make them famous. And it's true, you do things that are gonna promote whatever you're trying to promote or whatever, but it does come at you really fast and really strong, and sometimes you don't want it, like, because you don't realize what it actually is when it comes. It's completely different than you'd think. And there was a moment where when I was like 16 and really depressed, I really hated this shit, and I was like, I don't want this at all. And it wasn't that I didn't try for it, I just realized, like, this is not what I thought it would be. So it's a lot of like things you didn't think about, but I overcame that feeling, and I mean I might feel that again at one point, but I'm incredibly happy and grateful for what I have. And I'm not, there's things that are, it's tough to not have any privacy, obviously, as a human being. It's weird, but again, you pick your battles, and I am okay with that. It is what it is. And if I get to have these completely peak life experiences on stage in front of 80,000 people screaming the lyrics that I wrote, or just screaming my name and looking at me with this like glow in their eyes, like, I'm gonna take whatever that comes with, and I'm not gonna complain about it. And I have definitely complained about it, but I try to be aware.
At some point, no matter how much you love what you do, like I love what I do, people get to play the sport they've been playing since they were kids for a living and make lots of money doing it. It still at some point becomes a job. There's still elements of it that are a job.
Well, every job, no matter if you love it or hate it, there's going to be good moments and bad moments.
Which is why you got to find something that you actually love, so there's that other side of the cold side of the pillow, so to speak.
You got to have more good than bad.
I just want to say, like, you have been so overwhelmingly humble and cool, and it would be so easy for someone like you, especially being younger, to lose your head and, you know, start thinking, like we were just talking about, like, you're better, you're Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
And you're not. And I mean, you are Billie Eilish. But
I happen to be, but
you happen to be
I'm
Billie
not.
Eilish. Yeah. But you haven't bought into your own hype, and that's refreshing to see, because there's definitely a lot of that, especially with social media and everything else.
Yeah.
Fueling that fire. But congratulations on everything. It's huge. It's got to be super exciting.
Thank
you.
I
have one last question.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had an allowance? Like, so you're the breadwinner. You're bringing in, you're bringing in the money. Do you still have to ask if you want to buy something?
No, I don't.
Okay.
At this point, no.
I've wondered how that works, because I know, it's very much a family
grown
affair.
up at this point. But, you know, for a while, of course, you know, lived with my parents forever. So I mean, I still talk to them about everything. Like, I want approval, even if I don't need it.
Yeah.
I want approval.
You always want that from your parents.
I could go get a huge, a million tattoos and never tell my parents about it. But also, I want them to know if I wanted to do that. I like communication, and I like, truth. So. Well,
we all love you. Thank you so much for doing Alter Ego. And I know it's kind of weird. We look forward to being able to have all your fans and do this the way that we've always done it. But
can't wait.
Thank you for making the accommodation for us. It's Billie Eilish, everybody.
Thanks, Woody.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.